Hey guys, welcome to the Triple Thread Pod, episode 41. We've got a lekker one for you guys today. Hope you guys have all had a great week. Brother Bear, how you doing, D?
Good and you, homie. Yeah, it's been a good week. Very relieved. I mean, I'm very happy that the UFC is back, obviously, but very happy to be recording on a Saturday and not staying up for another pay-per-view. So 2 weekends in a row was awesome. It
Great.
was, but it definitely
Yeah.
caught up to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously, always excited to record. This is a very awesome segment we've got for you guys today. So Mark brought it up.
This,
I mean, we literally have a list full of stuff, but Mark just came up with this one the other day, and we're like, no, just bump that one all the way up to the list. Um,
yeah,
the
I was
segments that
thinking about
always,
it and let's go for it.
yeah, the segments that always excite me are the ones where I can't think of an answer, and I'm like, oh my word, I can't think of anything. Like those,
This one was
those
tough.
excite me the most. So this one is tough. I'm dying to know what your top five are. Um, yeah, dude. I know, as usual, a few weeks from now, I'm gonna kick myself and be like, how did I not say this? How did I not say that?
Oh,
But
but
that's the point of the
dude,
game, so
that's
that's
the
why we
game,
love
bro.
doing it.
That's the game.
Exactly, exactly. It's so
Yeah,
sick.
we're always gonna miss some movies, and yeah, like people message us and say, how can you miss this? How can you miss that? That's the whole
hmm
point of this. It's for fun.
Exactly.
It's to
Yeah.
engage conversations. So yeah.
hmm Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, on that note, before we
So
start, I actually
yeah.
owe. I just wanted to apologize to Serge publicly. When we did our best foreign language films, Serge, we apologize for not having Nacho Libre on our list. Sorry, Serge. Yeah, he was not happy that we left that out. So to Serge, sorry we didn't put it.
Shame, but
That movie was never going to make my
the
list, but I wanted to
no,
apologize
it was
anyway.
never going to make my list. I
No.
think he was smoking something. It must have been the Hobbit weed that he was smoking or something. But yeah, it just wasn't going to work. Sorry, Serge. Love you, brother.
uh, uh,
Um. Okay. So for today's movie segment, oh, we're gonna struggle
uh,
with this episode.
Potato.
Potato.
uh,
Okay. So moving on to our movie segment. Today's one is so it's films that changed an entire genre.
mm,
Okay. So it's five each. I struggled to do this. I
it was
really
so
did.
hard.
I wanted to think out of the box
Me too.
and really just think about good ones that people wouldn't think of and stuff. Like,
Mm,
yes, there's certain movies you can say that definitely changed the industry and stuff. But yeah, I really wanted to get like
mm.
five unique ones. There's a
Yeah, we can
couple of
name them
movies on
after
here
in
that
case we
we've
have them on our
mentioned.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So you started last week. Um, I'm gonna start this week. So my number five is Spider-Man intro into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's a
I
good
just think
shout.
the way this movie
That's a great
changed
shout.
animation and the way it influenced the visual style, the entire industry's visual style was amazing. It was truly amazing. I
Mm,
remember watching this and yes, it blew me away. I wasn't interested in when the trailers came out and stuff. I had no interest. I remember a friend of ours, shout out to Gav, he went to go watch it and he said to me, Mark, whatever you're doing, go watch this. It's unbelievable. I went
mm,
and booked the next ticket and wow, I was blown away. I
yeah.
was absolutely blown away. Just that comic book style that they had to the animation,
Yes.
it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So yeah, that's my number five.
That's a great shout, bro. I'll be honest, I was on board from day one because I'm a huge fan of Phil Lord and Miller. well, for Lord and Christopher
Mm.
Miller, everything they do, whatever they touch is gold. So when their names were attached to do an animated Spider-Man movie, I was like, I'm so on board. I don't even know what this is about, but I'm keen. And then I remember like the first teaser we saw was it was that footage of Miles taking like that first leap of faith, and it's obviously the inverted,
Yes.
so he's falling, but because the camera's
Oh,
upside down, it looks like he's going up. And I was just like, what what is going on? What is this? And then also it was the first time we saw multiple of the same character on screen. I mean, everyone talks about
correct.
No Way Home, but Into the Spider-Verse started this whole alternate dimension multiverse stuff. So
Correct.
that's a solid shout, right? Literally changed the genre. That's yeah.
No,
You
it
see,
was
that's one.
incredible,
How did
dude.
I forget that?
It was
That's
incredible.
incredible. Right, my number five. My number five is a film that. Look, most of the films on my list were movies that were sold as having style, but they also had a lot of substance, and none of these movies on my list were actually what they seemed to be. They were sold or sort of marketed as something, and we went in and got something completely different. So that's the angle I went off of, you know, how they changed the
Mm.
genre was us thinking it was this, but it was actually something completely different, and new, obviously, because we created it. So my number five is a film that people probably just expected, yeah, this is just going to be an action movie. It's nothing we haven't seen before. It's just a lone ranger, solo guy that walks into a town, gets into a bit of trouble, shoots up the place, and beats the bad guy at the end. And we got that, but we got a film that dealt with PTSD, which hadn't really been dealt with before. We got a film that really spoke about what soldiers go through,
What you gonna say?
and it delivered one of his best performances, and that is First Blood. First Blood is
Oh,
just a film that, yeah, you think you're just watching, especially now because there's been so many sequels. But later on, if you talk about First Blood, people go, "Oh yeah, the Rambo movie," but First Blood is not a Rambo movie. You've got First Blood, and then you've got the sequels. I love all of them, but First Blood is by itself. It's not a Rambo movie. It's literally called First Blood as well. People call it Rambo First Blood. No, it's called First Blood.
the First Blood is, in my opinion, it's Stallone's best movie, dude. That man was robbed
I
of
mean,
an
it's
Oscar
up
that
there.
year. He should have
Yeah,
won,
his
dude.
performance is incredible. So,
Oh,
like I said, yeah, you think you're walking into an action film, or even now, like I said, years later with the sequels and stuff, they're obviously younger people who haven't seen First Blood. And they'll go, oh, I've heard of Rambo. But when they put First Blood on, they're not gonna get what they expect. It's not an action movie. It's actually a movie that really deals with mental health and men's mental health. What soldiers go
correct.
through, PTSD. Yeah, there was no film like First Blood before that came out. So that's definitely my number five. If you haven't seen
Nice,
it, or
dude.
if it's
Yeah,
been
nice.
years since you've seen it, please give it a
Sure.
rewatch. It's probably not what you remember. Every time I go back to First Blood, I forget how much substance it actually has, and how much it actually deals with what soldiers still continue to go through. So
That's true,
yeah,
dude. They sacrifice a lot. It's hectic, dude.
they
And
do. Yeah,
look, those, like I said, dude, that movie is incredible, dude. It's so good. My word, it's so
no,
good.
it is. It is. I
Um,
know. I want to shout out to a friend
oh,
of mine, Mark, who is a former Marine in the British Army, and he would talk about First Blood quite often, and even he says like that movie. It's like one of the most accurate portrayals of what it's like returning from war. So
yo,
um, yeah. So shout out to Mark and shout out to First Blood.
shout out to Mark. Okay, so First Blood is your number five. Okay, my
Mm.
number four was the movie that, oh, how can I put this? It scaled romance into an epic blockbuster. Emotional storytelling that drove a truly spectacle. And I remember watching this as a kid with my mom and my dad. Didn't fully appreciate it for what it was, and that is James Cameron's Titanic.
Mm.
Yo,
Yeah.
what a movie! what a movie. Obviously, we spoke about it briefly last week with
That's a
Cameron's
shout.
movies ranked. Um, yeah, my number four is Titanic. It
Yeah.
was, I mean, how many Oscars did it win? Was it 13, D? Am I right?
I think it won. I think it was nominated for 13 and it won 11. We forgot to
Oh,
fact check last week, so let me actually just fact check this. I
and
believe
then
the
it
record for
also,
nominations was 13, but then it won
13,
11.
sure.
Um,
And then
yeah, it
it
won
was
11. It was
also the first
nominated for
movie to hit the
14.
two. It was also the first movie to hit the 2 billion mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
it was the
mean,
highest grossing movie for 12 years until Cameron released Avatar and broke his own record.
typical of him.
Yeah, just Cameron being Cameron.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's a shout, bro.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
we
dude,
don't
that was
get
my number.
movies. That's a shout. That's a shout. That's a shout. Yeah, because we don't get movies like Pearl Harbor. All the movies like kind of followed Titanic. I mean, yeah, literally did create a genre. So that's a shout, brother.
Yeah, so I mean, like epic. It's like three genres changed, dude. Like it was a big. I remember it being such a massive thing for people. They wanted to see, ooh, what happened with the Titanic.
Mm.
It was that. It was the like obviously it had a bit of everything for everyone, if you could say that, dude. And a lot of
Yes, it
you
did.
said it perfectly. Like Pearl Harbor followed after that, dude.
Mm.
Um,
I love Pearl Harbor, by the
it,
way. I don't know. I
oh, dude,
love
what a
that
movie!
movie.
What
Absolutely
a
love that
movie!
movie.
And that soundtrack, dude. Yo, Hans Zimmer was cooking that day, dude.
Sure.
Yeah, as he always does.
Yes, as he always does. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's such a shout, bro. Titanic is an incredible shout. Definitely created a genre, yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's another one for people. If it's been a long time since you've seen it, maybe think, oh, was Titanic overrated? No, it wasn't.
no,
It wasn't. It's a phenomenal movie.
wasn't
Please
overrated.
rewatch it. Rewatch it. Where I am, obviously up northern hemisphere, winter. It's definitely stay in weather. Put on a 3 hour movie. Rewatch Titanic. Um, and yeah, I know it's really hot there by you guys, so maybe don't watch Titanic
Yo,
right now. But yeah, definitely give it a rewatch, guys. Titanic. It's aged really well. It's even better than it was in
guys,
'97. It's a phenomenal film. And yeah, that
incredible
was
film,
James
dude.
Cameron just
Incredible.
making an easy movie. Let's just reiterate that. That was him just going, I've been working really hard with all the visual effects kind of thing. I just want to do something chilled. Let me go and make the highest grossing movie ever made for 12 years at the time. So,
Yes, dude.
yeah, unbelievable. Right, my number four. Again, typical sci-fi. You think that's what you're getting. Not only did it do that, but it introduced neo-noir, cyberpunk, got all the stuff we have now we wouldn't have without these films. And that is Ridley Scott's Blade Runner, based on the book by Philip
Hey,
K. Dick called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? It's not very faithful to the book. I read the book. The book's cool, but the movie's better. And yeah, we basically got what if we got a 1930s detective, but way into the future. And then it also dealt with things that
yo,
we're experiencing now with, do AI deserve rights? And would a robot deserve or should have rights? And all these kind of philosophical questions that had never been asked before. So that's another one. If you haven't seen Blade Runner in many years, or if you haven't seen it at all, please watch it. It's not your typical sci-fi movie. You walk in and you're left with so many things you didn't expect to see. It's an incredible film. There are 4 different cuts, which is quite annoying about Blade Runner. I always recommend the
yeah,
director's cuts. The director's cut, I feel, is the definitive one.
agreed.
And yeah, it asks a lot of philosophical questions that we're being faced with today, like the conversation of AI and all this. Can something inanimate have feelings and learn how to love? I feel like Blade Runner was the first of its kind. And shout out to Blade Runner 2049. It's one of my favorite movies ever made. Absolutely
But
love that film.
that monologue in the original Blade Runner from the villain towards the end of the
Oh,
movie, that's one of my favorites. Yes, what a
it's
oh,
incredible.
I love it, love
Yeah,
it, love it.
it's
Okay, so that's
yeah.
your number
That monologue
4.
is amazing.
Okay,
That's my number 4. Yeah.
okay, mine is okay. So hold on, let me build this up. Okay, first movie that an actor ever won an Oscar playing a comic book villain. Okay, it was a
Oh,
mixture of a superhero film, and it had a twist of like a gangster sort of thriller. Mix that all together, and you got, in my opinion, still one of the best comic book movies ever made, and that is The Dark Knight.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What a shout.
yeah,
Yeah,
good.
that's
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
That movie changed
I love that
everything.
movie.
That movie changed
Oh,
everything. It changed everything.
yeah,
The backlash from that movie not being nominated for Best Picture literally changed the Oscars from going to nominate 5 movies to nominating 10. And now they've changed it again that they don't necessarily have to nominate 10, but there are more than 5. If they get a certain amount of votes. So
yes,
sometimes there's 7 films or 8 films. That's because of The Dark Knight. Then you look at other franchises. We don't get Skyfall without The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight completely changed James Bond. People made it darker, grittier. We don't get The
correct.
Amazing Spider-Man without The Dark Knight, where they're like, okay, we can actually make the tone a bit darker. And one of the best things that The Dark Knight changed was it made a character that I found so boring, had no interest in him. Obviously, as a kid, I did fine. But as I got older, I was like, he sucks. We do not get Man of Steel without The Dark Knight. We do not get Zack
Correct.
Snyder's Man of Steel without The Dark Knight. So, bro, yeah, that's arguably number 1 on this list. The Dark Knight
True.
changed everything. Absolutely everything. So, yes, the fact that that's your number 3 and that I forgot to put on my list, I'm now even more excited to hear what else is on your list.
Dude,
Well,
there's
what a
some good ones
shout.
on this list.
Whew.
Yeah. No,
This,
look,
this, this
it's
list of cooking, dude. This is one of our best segments ever. Like, so far,
yep.
damn.
Dude, and also
It's
like
solid shout.
we've spoken about this. This is if well, you can fact check me because you obviously know a bit more about this than I do, but it was one of the first movies where it was shot with an IMAX camera, certain
Yes.
sequences and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
This is
it was
where
the first time ever
Nolan really
Nolan.
put his foot
Yeah,
forward shooting in IMAX, yeah. So, I've still never seen The Dark Knight. Wait, that's not true. So when I watched The Dark Knight at the cinema, I never saw it the way it was intended because we never got the IMAX
sure.
aspect ratio. There wasn't IMAX in South Africa, or at least in Joburg at the
Yeah, I
time.
was gonna say it
I
was
think
in
there was one in
Gateway. It
Pretoria.
was in
Yeah,
Gateway.
yeah, yeah. There was one in
Yeah.
Gateway and there was one in Pretoria.
Mm.
And then when the Blu-ray came out, the Blu-ray was released with the IMAX ratio, so it opened up with that beautiful 143 and
Dude.
it filled up the screen and I was like, what is this? And watching the special features of The Dark Knight was actually my first education and step into IMAX footage because just to give people context, there's a place in Johannesburg, there's a cinema called Il Grande. Mark and I would go all the time. It was just a
Yes.
bigger screen. And that was it. It was just literally, it was the biggest screen in
It's a
Johannesburg
bigger
at the time.
screen. That's exactly what it was.
But leaning towards, I don't want to give too much away, but we'll talk about this later on in my list. But IMAX, for people listening, IMAX is not just about a bigger screen. It's so much
No,
more than that. We're going to get
it's
there,
so
and I
much
don't want to
more.
get there right now, but
So
it's so
much
much
more.
more.
So
But
much.
yes, if that's also what The Dark Knight did, people started using IMAX more because of The Dark Knight. So when I tell
Correct.
people that movie it was a bookmark in film history where it was
Yeah,
the game changer. Things haven't been the
it
same
was,
since
dude.
2008. The Dark Knight
No,
changed everything in film. It changed absolutely everything. So
it was
what a shout!
incredible.
I mean, I
It
don't
was
even
so
know where
good.
to go from there. That's an incredible shout out, bro.
Yeah, look, it was tough. It was tough not to put this at number 1. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's tough not to put this at number one.
No, look, like I said, I mean,
Um,
it's not number one definitively, but there's definitely an argument for it to be number one.
there's an
So
argument,
um,
100%. There is
it
an argument
changed
for it.
everything. I mean, it changed cinema. It didn't just create a genre. It changed cinema. So
Cinema, yeah, it's true.
yeah, welcome to the Dark Knight
That's
podcast, people. This is. Hey, and this is awesome because this is the movie Mark and I first ever bonded over. So
that's
um,
correct.
if we ever start talking about the Dark Knight, guys, just expect to sit back and be like, okay, here they go. If I can talk about the Dark Knight
It
for
was
the next
literally
20
like that
minutes.
scene from Step Brothers where you ask each other something, and we're like, "Did we just become best friends?" Yes.
Yes.
That's
Well,
exactly
no,
what it
but
was like.
that was literally it. I mean, I remember you mentioning Hans Zimmer, and I was like, wait, he knows Hans Zimmer's name. Okay, this guy. Because nobody knew composers, bro. You were the first
No,
flipping
but
friend I made that knew a composer by name. And I was like, huh?
yeah, no.
Did he just say Hans Zimmer? Like, it was literally that moment of, did we become best friends? I mean, the day we met, bro, I
That was
went to your
awesome.
house to play FIFA. It was mad. Just like, why am I going
It
to
was
this
awesome,
guy's
dude.
house? I don't even fucking know him. But,
For all you know, I
oi!
could have been a serial killer, dude.
I mean, I'm still alive, so clearly it went well.
Look,
Um,
there were some red flags. You saw an Arsenal flag there. Yeah,
that's
let's not go there.
true,
Don't.
but you know what? This is
Let's not
God's
trash my
plan.
team.
This is God's plan, bro, because I was
That's
still
true.
going through, well, not going through, I had just been through my fake Arsenal fan phase. Flipping shout out to Terry Henry. I was a Liverpool fan, but I loved Arsenal when he was there. Yesterday, dude, I wore that maroon Highbury kit. I can't tell you how many times. My mom was probably like, "Do you not have any other clothes?" And I was like, "No." Um, which she was probably very happy about. Mom, I love you. Thank you for that shirt. I still have it. That kit.
Yeah.
I'll fully admit this on the pod. That's still my favorite football shirt. That shirt
Oh,
is
dude, it's
the
still the
best.
one. It's still the one Arsenal shirt I want to get. I still haven't got my hands on it, unfortunately. So yeah,
I'm gonna find it for you. I'll find it for you. If you guys
shut,
win the
dude.
treble, I'll buy it for you.
Okay, deal. You did. Chances are zero, bro. Come on. Okay, moving on. Continuing
Okay,
with our
yes,
list. D, what is your
yes.
number three, brother?
We were talking about the Dark Knight, and we ended up down to about our friendship, and then there we go. This is hard. Do you know Mark? We should get David Attenborough to narrate the opening of this episode.
We should, did. We should. Cameras roll down on a gentle night.
Just so people know, if this is the first time you're listening to us, we didn't want to start a podcast. We wanted to record our conversations. So
Correct.
this is exactly why we started this podcast. So thanks for joining us. But this is Mark and I, we always have epic conversations. We're like, damn, I wish we had this on record. Shout out to our
Agreed.
producer in the background. We actually hoped we were recording a conversation we were having with her like half an hour before we recorded. I was so tempted to press the record button and just have no one notice, but I wouldn't do that. But
It's the story of
anyway.
when I almost got beaten up at the grocery store, but we'll leave it for another day.
And what confused insects look like. Okay. Yeah. People listening are going to be very confused right now. What were we talking about again? Okay. My number 3.
D, I'm gonna get shot, dude. I'm gonna get shot, dude.
Producer, do it. Just for YouTube, he's talking about a Nerf gun. Okay, he's talking about a Nerf gun. Don't
Yeah, I'm
flag
talking about a
us,
Nerf
don't
gun,
block
YouTube.
us.
Don't
He's
worry.
talking about a
Nothing
Nerf gun.
dodgy, I promise.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm DJing you.
DJ Pop Out.
Yeah, what is? Papa. What's your number 3?
Yes, hashtag drop by. Right, my number 3 is a film that we all just thought was another horror film. There's a big gamble based on the person that was making it because he did not come from a horror background, he came from a comedy background. And we thought, yeah, okay, this is a horror movie, and what it actually ended up was dealing with race, what things, things that we've been speaking about for literally hundreds of years that are still going on. And yes, it was absolutely a horror film, but it was so much more than that. It was a thriller, and ultimately it was, even though we're supposed to be living in a democracy, do we actually live in one? And why are these things that we thought were over still exist? Obviously, still years later, we had the Black Lives Matter movement still happening, still continuing. This movie dealt with a lot of that, and that is Jordan Peele's Get Out.
Shot, dude.
This film changed. I cannot stand calling it a horror film, but it is put under that category. But it's so much more than that. And it changed horror movies.
Film,
it's a great film. It's changed horror. I mean, horror was a genre that, no pun intended, was dead. Horrors were always the crappy movies. Yeah. They were never good. And I feel like since Get Out, there was a turning point, and horror movies are actually good now. And I'd be remiss not to mention Jordan Peele's Get Out. It absolutely changed the genre, created the genre. Please watch it, guys, if you haven't seen it. I know I keep saying that every time I name a movie today, but we're naming bangers. So if you have not seen Get Out, please watch it and put your phone down, because you're going to miss so many things. There's a lot of visual storytelling in the film. If you're on your phone, you're going to miss the point completely.
When you told me certain things about this movie, it went right over my head.
Dude, I know exactly what you're referring to. Yeah.
I was like, wow.
It's nuts, okay. Yes. Yeah.
I did not see that, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's mad. So yeah, Jordan Peele's, listen, if I start talking about Get Out, we'll be here for another hour, so let me just leave it at that. That's my number 3. Please watch it, guys, because it's one of those movies that it's so hard to talk about without spoiling things. I don't want to spoil anything, so just go watch it. Don't watch a trailer. Don't even read what it's about. Just press play, thank us later, and let us know what you think of it. But yeah, it's a great film.
Listen, that's a good shot, D. But we got some bangers on this list, eh?
Yeah, this list is fire, yeah.
Speaking of bangers, this movie not only just influenced modern cops and criminal storytelling, it even influenced some of the South African criminals in this country after watching it. And that was Michael Mann's classic crime thriller, Heat. What a movie. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It was one of those first films where it puts you in a crime setting, but it's realistic. And that's what I loved so much about it. And also, let's not forget about that cast. I mean, you had Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, John, yeah. But that movie was so good. Val Kilmer, like you said, as well. Listen, what a movie. If you guys haven't watched it, please give it a watch. It's iconic. It really is iconic. So yeah, Heat is my number 2. Michael Mann's classic.
Yeah.
They're actually making the sequel, which not too keen about that, but let's see.
That's got your favorite actor in it, Adam Driver.
No.
How about no?
Sorry, the pod broke there for a sec. How about no? What's your number 2?
Heat, I mean, that's what heavily influenced The Dark Knight as well. The bank robbery scene, the whole heist. Nolan talks about how much Heat had influence on that. So, yeah. I mean, that's
Al
a good shot, bro.
that one scene with Al Pacino where he's interrogating that, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life.
Yeah, look, when Al Pacino shouts, it's always funny. Yeah.
It's so funny, dude. It's so funny.
That's the problem with when he shouts, is I can't take him seriously because he's always shouting. It's just funny. What's the matter with you? Be a man! Yeah, no. Shout out to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, no. That's a shout, bro. All right, my number two. Uh, this is actually this director's follow-up to a film you've mentioned already. I had never been more confused watching a trailer, not because I didn't understand what was going on, but because I didn't know what this movie was going to be. I was like, what okay, but what is this? What kind of film is this? I had no idea. Not only did it change genres, but it completely created its own genre. I still don't really know what to call this movie. Um, and that is Christopher Nolan's Inception. I don't know to this day. That movie came out in 2010, and I still don't know what genre this film is
We
in. And I
watched
think
that.
that's the
We watched
point
that
of the
together at
pod.
Old Grande, dude.
We did,
We watched
we
that
did,
together at Old Grande.
and
Yep.
we didn't speak the entire time. And again,
No.
for people who are new, Mark and I aren't those annoying people. Don't have a conversation during the movie. Please don't be those people. But when I say Mark and I
That people.
didn't talk, we'd obviously get excited about things and go, "Oh my word, did you check that was sick?" Like we'd usually always, we were dead silent watching Inception. I mean, we were so blown away by it. I mean, the visuals, Zimmer's score,
Dude.
seeing a road bend and then just be on top of
But
people. We're talking about things that had never been done before. Literally. I mean,
I mean that
yeah,
let's like obviously it's not a spoiler, dude, but that hallway scene. Enough
that's
said, dude.
nuts. It's nuts.
Enough
I
said.
mean,
That
look,
movie was way
someone's
ahead of its time.
way
Yo,
ahead of its time. Look, we're gonna get somebody in the comments potentially, or somebody we know. That hallway scene was inspired by an anime, but still, the fact that he did that practically, like he built that set. I've watched those special features. I don't know how many times. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in a rotating corridor. They built the set.
yeah.
I've seen it. Like, I mean,
And I
bro,
mean,
what category
dude,
does Inception go in? Is it sci-fi? Is it a thriller? Is it a heist
it's
movie?
like a sci-fi. It's like a sci-fi thriller
It's
hybrid, if you want to call it that.
yeah. There's never been
But it's
another
also
movie
got
like Inception.
that's the thing, dude. It's also got the emotional like punch to it, dude. I mean,
Oh, dude, it's got
the
so much
I
substance.
remember that
So much.
ending, but we were like, oh my word.
Can't even talk about it.
I mean, we
Can't even
didn't shut
talk
up on
about
the
it.
way home talking about it. We
No,
didn't shut up
no,
on the way home talking about it, dude. We were like, okay,
no,
do you, did you understand that? Because is it this? Is it that? We don't want to spoil it for anyone because obviously we
no, of
want
course
people
not.
to watch
Yeah,
this movie. Yeah, listen, what a movie that was. Yo,
no,
that should be number one, D. That should be number one.
dude. Wait until you hear my number one. But yeah, yeah, for first time viewers, I mean, I literally have the totem here. And again, we don't want to get into spoilers,
Hey,
but it's a film
yo,
that literally, and this is why we love movies so much. It is a film that changed my life. I will never forget seeing Inception for the first time. And I
dude,
don't know if there's a
what a
day that
movie.
goes by that I don't think of that film. Family means the absolute world to me. It's God first and family second.
Agreed.
And yeah, like Mark said, the ending and just the journey and why the movie's happening and
Yo,
why the character's doing what he's doing. But this could easily become an episode on Inception as well. So, Chisholm, dude,
an
this
Inception
is
by
one of
itself, yeah.
our strongest episodes. These movies we're talking about are absolute fire.
No, they
That's why when you
classic,
said let's
that
do
was
this category, I knew. I was like, this episode's going to be huge. Um, so yeah, my number two is Inception, and
Inception.
please watch it.
Nice,
And if
D.
you've seen it, watch it again.
Watch it again.
And
It doesn't age. It does not age. It's magnificent.
no, it's
Okay,
incredible.
before I say my number one though,
Oh, I'm
I just
excited
want to
for
give
this.
a shout out. I want to give two honorable mentions. Okay, so, oh, bud. My first honorable mention is Watchmen. Okay, that was
What a shot!
way
Sure,
ahead of its time. Zack
way
Snyder's
ahead of stuff.
masterpiece. Everybody got this movie wrong. They thought it was a big blue guy with his, yeah, hanging
Yeah,
out. It's not.
yeah.
It's more than that. It is unbelievable. The second one is, oh, this movie terrified me, and it still terrifies me to this day. I don't like going into the ocean because of it, and that's Jaws.
Yeah. Jaws nearly made my list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those two almost made my list. But yeah, so those are my two honorable mentions. I know we usually put our honorable mentions in the beginning, but I wanted to put this towards the end. Okay.
No, that's
My
perfect.
number one. My number one.
Hmm.
2015. Go watch it on the big screen.
I know what
Minimal
you're gonna say.
dialogue, but everything with visual storytelling, practical effects over CGI spectacle. And my word, was it beautiful and glorious. And that score, my word. I wanted to go right in the desert after I watched this. Mad
Bloody
Max
and
Fury Road.
Chrome.
Yes, dude. Yes, what a movie. My word.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is our best
What a
list
movie.
we've ever done.
Yeah, dude.
Yo,
What a movie. I love that movie.
it's a perfect film.
Absolutely love it. Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, dude. Yo, yeah. Listen, I want to shout out to our friend Johan. Also, when we would go
Yes.
to the cinema together, you go like, "Oh, did you notice this?" Especially like watching superhero movies and stuff. I think that's where we would be more vocal, like you and I as well. We'd be like, "Oh, did you see like Captain America's shield in the back?" You know, that's the kind of talking I'm referring to.
Correct.
When I tell you, you could hear a pin drop from the moment that Warner Brothers logo comes on, and you hear that car rev. I'm locked in.
Oh,
Godzilla could walk past me. An alarm could go off. The building could be on fire. Spurs could win the league. I wouldn't notice.
no,
I'd be
don't you
like,
dare.
no,
Don't you
I'm
dare.
just saying they could win the league and I
Oh,
wouldn't
please,
notice.
bro.
I would not
Give me a heart attack.
notice. No, like legit, Michael Jackson could be like, I actually have been alive this whole time. And then Tupac could come out the other door and be like, so have I. And they could start performing a song together. I wouldn't notice. I'm on Fury Road for that entire runtime. Dude, it's hectic. Like, every time I've watched Mad Max with somebody, I've always said to them, do not speak to me. Because A, I'm not going to even know you're speaking. And B, if I do happen to notice, I'm not going to respond to you. Leave me alone. And I press play, and not a word is spoken. Like,
Not a
literally,
word.
I remember the first time I watched this with my sister, and I said to her, I'm not exaggerating. Don't talk to me. Like, you're going to be locked in, and if you're not, this movie's just, yeah, we'll speak after the film. And that's literally what happened. My sister was like, you weren't joking. We did not say a word to each
Dude.
other.
Yes, what a movie, yeah.
Um,
Oh,
yeah, dude. Bloody and Chrome, flipping Fury Road all the way. It's arguably the best movie ever made. I think I've said that on the pod before.
and one of the best soundtracks ever made as well, dude.
Oh yeah,
All I
that
can say is
soundtrack is
brothers in arms. Brothers in arms, dude. Yeah.
that's the ultimate pre-workout. That is the ultimate
Oh, dude.
pre-workout.
Yeah, no, listen. Yeah. I mean,
I
they should play
mean,
that in the Arsenal changing room and they might just win a game again today.
dude, honestly, Fury Road is absolutely phenomenal. This is our strongest list so far. We have set the bar very high for film segments. Damn, I think this is my favorite episode we've ever done. Okay, sure. Your number one is Fury Road. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking at a time because I know if I start talking about this movie, I'm going to be here for 10 minutes. So I'm going to be very conscious of how long I'm speaking for. It is now
Okay.
2:42. I'm going to try shut up by 5:58. That would be great. So fasten your seatbelts. Okay. Just to set it up, you'll know straight away what it is. When this film got announced, I was already counting down the days for it to come out. I couldn't wait. I did not shut up about this film. Last year, April comes, I go and watch this film, and it's full on. Mark is flooded by me just telling him, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it, go watch it. Our group chat just became this film's group chat. My family, my friends, everybody who knows me, this movie just took over everything. It took over my social media. It's all I was posting about. It was all I was talking about. I couldn't concentrate at work. Unfortunately, though, my local cinema, the IMAX was being refurbished. I didn't get to see it in IMAX, and now this is where I was going to talk about IMAX earlier. And this is where I get to talk about why IMAX is not just a big screen. It was my favorite film of 2025. I was very fortunate enough to see it in IMAX again, well, for the first time, but see it again, but in IMAX for the first time on Thursday night, and that is Ryan Coogler's Sinners. If you've been here from episode 1, you know how much I love this movie. It is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm talking about top 5 favorite movies of all time. Favorite.
Yeah. Dude, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Bro, I saw this movie, I think 4 times at the cinema. When I tell you, seeing it in IMAX, I felt like I was watching it again I felt like I was seeing it for the first time. Just very quickly for people listening at home. IMAX is not about a bigger screen, and I'm about to prove that to you right now, okay? I've seen Sinners multiple times. That aspect ratio, just seeing it on a bigger screen, was it amazing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it added so much more to the film, bro. It made it so much more visceral. I was inside that juke joint. I was on the road with them. I was traveling with Smoke and Stack. Obviously, with the score IMAX, people forget the sound is enhanced too. You've got Ludwig's score. Dude, that score was pulsing through my body. It was absolutely pulsing through my body. And Mark knows this. I think I said it on the pod. When I watched the prologue for the Odyssey, just because it's Ludwig as well. The prologue is 5 minutes, and that music was coursing through I could feel it in my body, and I was like, I remember seeing the prologue, and I thought, man, must have been like what people felt like watching Sinners, because music is obviously a huge part of that film. And
Big time.
bro,
Big time.
From the moment that score started, I can't explain it, but my hands were tingling because of the music. I've actually been waiting for us to record for me to tell you this, because we haven't spoken since I watched it on Thursday night. And then obviously, not to spoil things, but there's a massive music moment that happens in the film. Bro, it goes from the normal aspect ratio. When he starts singing, the screen actually opened along to the rhythm of the music. It didn't just open.
Is that when he sings I Lied to You?
Yes.
Okay.
So when it opens, it went with the rhythm of the music. And then when it finally hit the top bars and you got the full IMAX, that's when there's the drop. Because, it's... Okay, now we're spoiling a little bit. If you haven't seen Sinners, just maybe mute, and then I'll put my hand down when I'll stop talking about it. But when he's singing, you've obviously got, and then you get the retro contemporary sound that drops. When that drops, that's when the screen finally hits its apex. And now you're full on IMAX. Okay, never can carry on listening.
Okay, I need to check that.
Dude, it was unbelievable. When I tell you, like, I had goosebumps from head to toe. It was unbelievable. And again, this is a film that... Is it a horror movie? Yes. I cannot stand it when people call it that, but yes. It is in the horror genre, but it deals with history, it deals with culture, it deals with race, it deals with religion, it deals with family, it deals with almost everything. It almost hits every single category in one movie. It's funny, it will make you cry, it will hit you hard, it will make you think. I tell people there's so many references and stuff that are said in the film that if you don't go and do research yourself, you won't understand the context. Why certain songs are sang. And it doesn't just deal with black history, it deals with European history, it deals with African history, it deals with Asian history, everyone going to see this film, you will resonate with it one way or another. So, all
True.
that to say, wow, I got that done in 5 minutes. All this to say,
Jesse, well done.
thanks, bro. I'm actually impressed. The film that
I'm
changed the genre
impressed by
for
your
me in three.
performance.
Shout out to GSP, the second best welterweight.
Oh, please, man. That's okay.
Yeah, the film that absolutely has created a genre, and then leaving the cinema again on Thursday. I still
Dude.
don't know what genre this movie belongs in. And it's all I will say with the last point I'm going to make is it is not the most nominated movie in Oscar history for no reason. 16 nominations.
Yeah.
It's an unbelievable achievement. And that just shows that how much it covered. Every aspect of this film is top tier. It's a 5 out of 5 film. It is absolutely perfect. When people say recommend a perfect film, and I'm not just saying this because it's your number one, and I've said this to you in person many times, when people tell me what is a perfect film, Mad Max always comes up, and now it's Sinners. They're two
Sinners.
perfect movies.
Dude, listen, even Inception can make that list, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like I hate it when people say Inceptions is what is Inceptions about? Inceptions. What is Inception about? And they're like, no, it's about dreams. Come on, please.
Yeah.
It's
But
more
exactly.
than that.
It's
much
like calling
more
Mad
than that.
Max a movie about someone being in a car, or calling Sinners a
Or
horror
calling
movie.
Mad Max a road trip through Australia.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they were watching, but clearly weren't watching the same film. Yeah, get off your phones, people. I think that's a big thing as well. Get off your phones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't say. Okay, so round up your list from 5 to 1. That was brilliant, dude. Nice, dude. Some good shots there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so to recap, I did have an honorable mention. Number one, I wanted to say Rocky, but Rocky didn't just... I mean, I think I spoke about Rocky so much a few weeks ago that I was like, I wanted to give another movie I haven't spoken about a chance, but I did want to mention Rocky. Stallone himself has said it's not even a boxing movie, it's actually a romance. And it's also got a lot of religious context. He's spoken about how his faith influenced the film. I mean, the opening shot is a mural of Christ. They're actually fighting inside a church. So he's spoken about that too. So shout out to Rocky. And shout out to Ridley Scott's Alien. Also, people assuming just you're going in to watch a monster flick, and it dealt with sci-fi and law and some other philosophical questions. So those are my two honorable mentions. Yeah, I want to shout out Rocky and Alien, but we've spoken about Alien a lot recently as well. So my top 5 are First Blood, Blade Runner, Get Out, Inception, and Ryan Coogler's Sinners.
Nice. Okay, so mine was Spider-Man Intro to the Spider-Verse, Titanic, The Dark Knight, Heat, not Wheat, Heat, and Mad Max. I just wanted to make sure.
Not to laugh there.
I just wanted to make sure. Our producer's having a fat laugh here as well. Okay. Moving on to the MMA segment. I'll give you a few seconds to recover there, D.
You also said intro into the Spider-Verse, but I tried not to laugh, so...
Yeah.
Ooh, into the Spider-Verse, okay.
Yeah, into the Spider-Verse. Sorry, guys. Yo, that's a problem, man. I'm working on my speech. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Probably about the same time when Arsenal win a league again. Let's see.
I mean, bro, looks like it's going to happen, so we'll see.
Funny guy.
No, legit. Look, bro,
Let's see, dude.
Let's see. Like it's going your way.
Bro, but D, hold on. You're forgetting something very important, bud. Man United's going to win the league, bro.
Yeah, shit. They're going to win the treble, even though they're not even in any other competitions. Yo.
Sorry, Ta. Love you, brother.
Shout out,
Okay.
you guys beat Spurs. Well done.
MMA segment, not really much to talk about. There is a fight night tomorrow morning, which I am not
Yeah,
getting up for.
no, I need my sleep. I will watch it
It's
tomorrow
just,
though.
yeah,
Watch
I
it
don't know.
tomorrow afternoon.
I'll watch it tomorrow, but I'm not going to get up early.
No.
So we'll briefly recap that next week when
Yes.
you guys come and see us. But there is some exciting news. Ilya Taporia will be returning to what appears to be the White House card, and that will be against Justin Genji. Nothing confirmed, but this is heavy rumored, heavily rumored that it is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens there. Uh, Cannot
Just
wait to
engages
see
a
that
dead
man
man.
step into the ring. Dude,
He's a dead man.
that won't go past. That won't go past 2 rounds.
I
That will
don't think
not
it's
go
going past
past two
round one.
rounds.
I know Gage is durable. I know he can take damage. So all jokes aside, he is very durable, and I have to give him that.
Yeah.
Tapuria's putting him down round one. I'm sorry, he's oh
Taporia's a
yeah,
savage, dude. Taporia's a savage. He's an
bro.
absolute savage.
He's a cheat code. He's playing PlayStation. Honestly, I've I've never quite seen an athlete like him before. I'm not saying he's the best athlete ever, but I've never quite seen something like this before. I mean, he says what he does. He said he was going to put
Yeah, he
Oliveira
does,
down
dude.
in the
You're
first
right.
round,
He
and he did
does. He
it. He
does.
said he was going to point to the mat to Max. He did it. He said he was going to be the first to finish Max. He finished it. He said he was going to be the first to finish Volk. He did it.
He did it. Yeah.
Bro, this
Look
thing
what
of
he did to Oliveira,
manifesting,
dude. What he
bro.
did to Oliveira for me was,
Yeah, look,
yeah,
I don't want to say best athlete ever, but he's definitely on that trajectory. There'll never be a
dude. If he
Michael
carries on
Jordan,
the way he is,
but
if he carries on the way he
he's
is, yeah.
yeah. I mean, the fact that he just says
Let's
what
see.
he does what he says, and the way he does it. I mean, bro, this is Max Holloway, this is Volk, this is Charles Oliveira. These are people who make people's best ever lists. We're not just talking about guys that are good. We're talking about guys
No,
who are like
exactly.
among the best ever, and he is putting them to sleep.
Yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad the way he puts him to
It's
sleep,
going to
and he
be
does
a
it in spectacular
bad day for
fashion.
Justin Gaethje. Yeah, it's going to be a bad day.
Look,
And you said this
let's
perfectly
see.
last week. You said it perfectly last week because, like with Volk and Lopez, we were obviously talking during the fight, and I had questions. And look, I don't want to be biased last week. I don't know if I said it on the pod. Oh, yeah, because I don't think the news had been broken yet. I didn't want to be that guy because you all know, you have been listening, I love Diego Lopez. But something was off.
Yeah.
We later found out
Oh, he
he had
broke
broken
both
both
his
his
feet,
feet.
dude.
But you see, that then shows, I'm not making excuses, but something was off. I kept telling you during round 4 and 5, something's wrong. Like
But
I said to you,
D,
I'm
let's
very
also not
confused.
forget, dude. And like I understand, dude. Look, I'm the same. I dig Diego Lopez, but Volkanovski's skill set for me, dude, is just unbelievable. But
No,
he's
100%.
like I said last week, the way he goes in and out of distance and not get it doesn't get hit is brilliant, dude. And
100%.
like going back to what I said a couple of months ago when they announced that this was going to be the fight, and I said to you it was the wrong fight. It's too soon. Yes, Diego came back. Diego had a spectacular knockout against Jean Silva. But once again, why not give that title shot? Why not give Volk a different test in Murphy or that
Mm.
other Russian cat? I can't say his name.
If
I don't want to
Lois,
butcher
yeah.
it. Yeah, why not give him someone like that? Look,
Mm.
it looks like they will fight later this year. I would love to
Mm.
see Lopez become champion. I would absolutely love it, dude. But
Yeah.
the thing is I don't want to see him in Volk again, dude. I really don't.
No, I don't
I
want to
don't
see
want
it
to
a
see
third
him in Volk.
time. No, and to give
No.
you, to give you, because you said it perfectly, and I'm glad that you've just reiterated it now, how good Volk is at stepping in and out and his skill set.
Dude,
To give Tupuria his flowers, no pun intended. Bro, you said it perfectly. What makes it scary
yeah.
is how easy Tupuria made it look. Because again,
Good.
we're talking about
It's,
arguably the best featherweight of all time. And Topuria
yeah.
finished him, and he
Dude, he's up
finished
there.
him. He made it look easy, bro.
He
He
did,
didn't
dude.
just
That's the
finish him;
thing,
he
dude. Like,
made it look easy. This is the scary thing. Like
bruh,
all memes and
four,
trolling aside, the
four,
man is
four guys
making.
come, well, sorry, three guys come to mind when you talk about featherweight greats, okay? So in no order, okay, you've got Jose Aldo, 8 title defenses, okay? Volkanovski, also on,
Also eight.
he's
He's
on
equaled it
7
now.
title defenses. Did he
Oh,
equal it? I
I
think
thought
he's
he.
one
I
behind. I
think
think
he
he's on
equaled
7,
it,
dude,
bro.
if I'm not mistaken.
Let me just fact
Okay?
check this. Sorry,
And
carry on.
then also Max Holloway, dude. Okay, Topuria obviously didn't fight Jose Aldo, but geez and bud. Like what he did to Max and what he did to Volk was unbelievable. And I mean Volk has beaten everyone in the featherweight division, ex- ex- not including Topuria. Topuria is the only one that didn't beat him. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
look,
Volk
it's
did tie Aldo on the weekend, so he's got 8 now too.
okay. So he tied. Okay, so it's 8
Yeah,
each, which is brilliant, dude. I mean,
yeah,
think
it's
about
mad.
it. But Jones was on.
12,
How many title defenses was that?
was it
14.
12?
I
Something like
think it
that.
was.
Yeah,
It was 12 or
I'll
14. I
check
know
for
it
you.
was around there. I know it's a lot, dude. I know it's a lot, if not more.
If not more. So Jones is on 13. So we're in the middle. You said 14. I said
Yeah,
12. So yeah,
13,
13.
dude.
Um,
13. But
that's mad. It's mad.
it's incredible.
So
It's incredible.
yeah, I think
Let's see.
Topuria's just. I'm so excited to see him step into the octagon every time he does
Oh, I
because
can't wait to see that man step in, dude.
yeah,
Cannot wait.
yeah,
Um,
nuts. So yeah,
so yeah,
MMA is
look,
obviously a bit quiet, but for the
a little bit
I don't want to
quiet.
be disrespectful. Not for I don't want to say for casuals, but there are casuals out there. But for people who are getting into the sport, please don't skip these fight nights, right? Because this is
No,
where you're watching rising stars. Imagine
correct.
like you can get. Imagine watching Topuria's first UFC fight. If you're getting into the sport, watch all the fights. Give them a go because
Yeah,
these fight nights a lot of the time end up being even better than pay-per-view. So Mark and I need to sleep, people. If we did this as a full-time job, we'd probably live stream on YouTube. If we were getting the cash,
we
we'd
would.
do it. But we need to sleep.
Yeah,
That's the only
agreed.
reason. So don't
We do
don't
need to
don't
sleep.
hear it as we're going to sleep because it's going to be crap. No, this fight night could be a banger. I've watched many great fight nights. Last year, the
There's
fight
been
nights
many
there were
fight
some
nights that have been
awesome
amazing.
ones,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
How many Sunday mornings do you and I wake up and go, "Oh my word, did you see this fight? Did you see that fight?" Da, 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 like
exactly,
mad.
exactly.
So if you're getting
But
into the
but we've
sport,
we've
please
always
watch
said
the
that
fight
though,
nights.
D. Dude, we've always said that, and another thing is we've always said is like yes, depending on the where you watch in the world, it's sometimes very early for us. Most of the time, like for
Sure.
me, sometimes these pay-per-views, the pay-per-view card starts at like 4 o'clock in the morning. For D, depending on the time difference, sometimes it's 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just the
Yeah.
pay-per-view card. Never mind the prelims.
Yeah,
Like if
so the
it was,
prelims for me starts
if
at
we,
10. So I start from 10 until 6. I'm watching UFC.
yeah. So I mean, it's a long watch. It is a long watch.
Yeah.
So we love it. I know both of us love the sport. So yeah.
Best sport
Watch
in the
these
world.
pay-per-view. Watch as much of it as you can, guys, because we're in that golden era. Like
Yes.
yes, I've seen a lot of criticism from other YouTube channels lately, like especially the big ones that are. And I'm not attacking them. I'm not. I really am not. But just appreciate it for what it is. We've gone through the dark ages where, I mean, the sport was almost cancelled. It was at a stage where
Mm-hmm.
it like had no viewership. I mean, the Fertitta brothers put in like 40 million into the company. They almost sold it, and to
Massive
turn it
risk,
into what
yeah.
it is today is unbelievable. It's an absolute. It's a machine. That's what it is. It's a machine. And now
Mm-hmm.
we're going into this new era with Paramount, and I think it's just going to make the sport bigger. It really is going to make it bigger. So yeah,
Oh, look,
um,
we're just in the beginning, bro. I think
yeah,
the sport's
it's
just
true.
getting started. I mean, Paramount
Fully
are
agree, dude.
investing a lot of money. I mean, they have invested a lot of money, but they're going all out on the UFC. So, I mean, fighters are getting paid
I'd
more
love to
finally.
know. That's also true. More bonuses, bigger bonuses, should I say?
Yeah. So
And
it's a
also,
huge
I'd
step
love to
forward.
know what the numbers are. I would love to know what the
Yes.
numbers are for viewership. It must be
Yes.
huge,
Because
which
that's
is
the thing.
great
Yeah, we
because
don't
it
get
gives
pay-per-view
more
numbers
exposure.
anymore. Yeah.
But they don't. They
Look, and I
don't.
think
Look, I'm
I
happy
think the
the pay per
pay-per-view.
view
Yeah.
thing is done. I'm
Me
glad
too.
it's done, D.
Because it limits the sport,
Yeah,
bro. Pay-per-view actually limits
correct.
the sport because people have subscriptions to whatever TV service you watch on. And now you've got to pay
Yeah,
extra to watch this thing. That
extra.
first of all, that's not
Exactly.
fair. It's capitalism at its
No.
best. And you're limiting the sport. Bro, imagine the Premier League was locked like that and you had to pay to watch Arsenal play. There's no chance.
No.
So now that at least
No
Paramount
chance.
have done it, it's on a streaming service. You know, if you have Paramount Plus, you can watch it. Look, in South Africa, you
Agreed.
guys are
No,
really
fully
lucky
agree.
because Super Sports show everything. But in the UK, just
Yeah,
for people who
listen,
don't know,
we are lucky with that. I will say that.
so we've got what you call TNT Sport. Even if you pay for that, you still have to pay for the
You still got to
pay-per-view on
pay.
top of that.
Yeah,
It's not fair.
exactly. No,
So
it's
that
not
whole
fair. It's not
model,
fair.
the whole model is too limiting, and it is for more wealthy people. At least now it's on
Correct.
Paramount. Hopefully that will be available worldwide soon.
More
Um,
exposure.
more exposure, and then yeah, people know I've got my Paramount subscription. I can watch UFC on a Saturday. Boom, done. So
Exactly.
I think it's a great thing for the sport, and it just makes it more
No, it
accessible
is
for people who want to get into it. So there's no
true.
paywall per se, because they're going to show all
Yeah,
the fight nights, everything. It's not just pay-per-views. They're showing all the fight nights. They're going to show contender series,
everything
everything.
is included, which is brilliant.
It
And
is.
I mean, it works out too. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 1,400 rand a year. It works out
Yeah,
to,
Paramount's a
yes,
lot more affordable
which
compared
isn't
to
bad.
Netflix and stuff. So
It's
Paramount, if
not
you want to
bad,
swing
bud.
an ad,
Not
I
bad.
mean a sponsorship, that'd be great. Wear Paramount T-shirts and cap and
That'll be
stuff.
cool. That will be awesome. Okay, moving on to football. All right. So obviously, United have just won their. Oh, I hate to say this. Sorry, Ta. Um, United have just
Well
won
done, Zah. Your
their
team
fourth
won
game in
a
a row.
game.
How many years has it been since they did that last time? I
I
can't
don't know,
remember.
but that
Sorry.
dude can finally cut his hair if they win their next game.
If they win their next game, who's their
Yeah,
next game? Hold on. So
it's
I'll
going to be
laugh if they
someone
lose
crap
it
and they're
to
going to
West
lose to them.
Ham. To West Ham, dude.
To West Ham, bro. Historically,
Let's
that's
see.
been a very bad game for United. Historically, I
Yeah,
mean, when
but
Alan
yeah,
Kirbishley was coaching West Ham, United couldn't beat them for I think 2 seasons. I
yeah,
think
it
they
was something
drew
like
one and
that.
they lost three. Like West Ham was just a bad day for United. So
Yes.
and West Ham are desperate. So
Yeah, they are desperate. Let's see, bud. Let's see.
oh no, but they've
Yeah,
won
look,
three in a
not
row.
obviously.
So West Ham will be fourth. I've
Oh,
just
yeah,
checked
sure.
now.
Sorry. Yo, my counting's off, dude. I need my
No,
abacus here
no, no,
with
no,
me.
no,
Doop,
no,
doop, doop.
no. It's hard to remember this stuff, but we cover
Um,
3 topics. It's all good.
so, yeah,
Um,
look, let's see how these games go later. You guys just need to do us a favor, please, provided we win today. Um,
yeah.
yeah, just please beat City and break Holland's leg. Or actually, not break it. Sorry, that's harsh. Just
Jeez,
knock
enough.
him over the head. Just knock him over the head or something, dude. Please, just so
Yeah,
you can
dude.
stay humble. A flippin' cave troll. Um, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
if you guys win and City drop points, sure, that'll be, I don't know how many point gap.
yeah,
So,
but it's still not over, dude. It's still not over.
I
People
know, bro.
forget
I
Arsenal
know, I
let
know, I know.
a 9 point gap go with 6 games to go a couple of seasons ago. Remember, dude, and it drives me mad. Like, Oaks are oh, we're going to win the quadruple. No, you're not. Just calm down. I'm an
Yeah,
Arsenal
I
fan and
know.
I'm telling you to calm down.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, you
There's
know, Saliba's not helping
there's
at all because
limitations.
Saliba keeps
There's
talking about that
limitations.
you guys are going to win everything. Saliba needs to relax. He's actually starting to
Yeah.
irritate me. I can't lie. Like,
Well, but speaking of people that are irritating me, that little shit from Chelsea, that manager, yo,
yo, the stuff you've told me that he's
but
saying, jeez,
yes, he did. that Oak was saying, what? If he was at Arsenal, he would have won three leagues already, as opposed to Arteta's one FA Cup or however many it is. Dude, yeah. No, listen, that Oak, but
Sure. But you
he's
see,
talking all of it.
you've got
He's
to be
talking
like
all of it.
Tupuria or Mourinho, bro. Those are the only, and Michael Jordan. Those are the only three people who
Yeah.
can talk. They can, bro. They can walk the talk. Those three people.
Yeah.
The rest,
Agreed. Yeah.
relax.
No, but he's walking around with that confidence, and I can't say. I can't, dude.
You gotta back
Shouting
that up.
at,
You gotta back that up.
like, dude, explain this to me, okay? So, yes, I know it's the Carabao Cup. I know it's not a very prestigious cup, but it's still a trophy, all right? Now, explain this to me, okay? Your team is 3-2 down from the first leg. You go to the opposition
Oh, I know what you're gonna
team's
say.
game, well, the next game, the second leg, okay? You sit back for 60 minutes and you're saying, no, we were in control. Arsenal were never a threat. But then you still lose the game. How's that in control?
And they lost it embarrassingly, bro. I won't lie.
And they lost it, dude. And they lost
The way
it.
they lost was a big FU.
But no, they on the, like Garnacho saying that because United beat Arsenal, it should be an easy win for them. There's for Garnacho.
Yeah,
There.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, rant over. All I can say is Garnacho has now gone into that category with Holland, and so is Chelsea's manager. If I see them, they're dead. Enough said. So yeah.
So yeah, when you come visit, we won't go near Stamford Bridge, and we won't go.
I'll
up to
release all the
Manchester.
polar bears on them, dude. All the polar bears will go
Yeah, bring
see them,
Matt.
dude. All of them. Matt will come, dude. Matt will be like, what's his name in Lord of the Rings? To death. Let's go. There goes all 10,000 polar bears. But. So yeah. Guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. Me and Dee appreciate you guys joining us every week.
We do.
And
We really
you
appreciate
guys
you.
must have a blessed week, and God bless you all.
Yeah,
All right.
God bless you guys.
Till next time.
See you at the cinema.
Cheers. Ciao. Bye.